The rain didn't stop. It poured harder, louder, like the sky itself was trying to erase something. Jungkook stood still, water dripping from his hair, his breath uneven. The camera had already stopped rolling, but no one moved. No one spoke. Something about that moment felt wrong. Did you see that? Taehyung's voice cut through the sound of rain, low but sharp. Jimin looked at him, confused. See what? Taehyung didn't answer immediately. His eyes were fixed somewhere behind the set, beyond the lights, beyond the staff, into the darkness where the rain blurred everything into shadows. There was someone, he said finally. A silence followed. Not the comfortable kind. The kind that creeps under your skin. Namjoon stepped forward, trying to stay calm. Staff are everywhere. It's probably just— No, Taehyung interrupted, his voice firmer now. Not staff. Another thunder cracked above them. For a split second, the entire set lit up and Jungkook flinched. I saw it too. Now everyone turned. What do you mean? Jeon asked, his usual calm slipping just slightly. Jungkook swallowed. When the lightning hit, there was a figure. Right there. He pointed toward the far end of the empty street set. But when it went dark again, it was gone. The rain kept falling. No one laughed. No one brushed it off, because something about the way he said it felt real. Too real. Youngie finally spoke, his voice quiet but grounded. Let's check it. A few staff members hesitated, exchanging glances. But the members had already started walking. Step by step, they moved toward the darkness. The lights behind them flickered one by one. Until only the sound of rain remained. As they got closer, the air felt colder. Heavier. Like stepping into a different space entirely. Jimin instinctively grabbed Taehyung's sleeve. This isn't funny anymore. Taehyung didn't respond. His eyes were locked forward. Then a faint sound. Not thunder, not rain. A whisper. Jungkook froze. Did you hear that? No one answered, but they all had. Another flash of lightning, and this time, the figure was clearer, standing right in front of them. Not moving, not blinking, just watching. Jeon took a step back. Okay, that's not normal. Namjoon tried to speak, but the words caught in his throat, because the figure looked like one of them. Same height, same posture, same silhouette, but something was off, terribly off. Another lightning strike, closer, brighter, and in that split second, they saw its face. Jungkook staggered backward. That's not possible, because the face staring back at them was his, but not quite. The eyes were empty. Hollow. Like something wearing him rather than being him. Then the lights behind them went out completely. Darkness swallowed everything. The whisper returned. Louder now, right behind them. Don't look away. The whisper didn't fade. It circled them. Close, then far. Then suddenly right beside Jungkook's ear again. Don't look away. He forced himself to breathe. Slow. Steady. But his eyes stayed locked on that thing, on the version of himself that shouldn't exist. Rain streamed down its face, but it didn't blink. Didn't move. Didn't breathe. Namjoon finally found his voice. Everyone, stay together. Too late. Another flash of lightning, and the figure was closer. No footsteps. No sound. Just closer. Jimin gasped, gripping Taehyung tighter. It moved. I know, Taehyung whispered, but his expression wasn't just fear. It was recognition, like he had seen this before. Taehyung. Youngie's voice was sharp. What aren't you telling us? For a second, Taehyung didn't respond. The rain softened slightly, but the silence became heavier. Then he spoke. This isn't the first time. Everyone froze. What do you mean? Jeon asked. Taehyung's gaze never left the figure. During the last shoot, when the lights cut out for a second, I saw something. I thought it was just my imagination. Another lightning flash. Now there were two figures, one behind the other, both identical, both staring. Jungkook's voice cracked. Why do they look like me? No one answered, because deep down, they already knew the truth was worse than any answer. The second figure tilted its head, slowly, unnaturally, like a glitch. Then it smiled, not like Jungkook ever would. Too wide, too still, too wrong. Jimin shut his eyes. This isn't real. This isn't real. Don't close your eyes. Namjoon snapped. Whatever this is, it wants that. Jimin's eyes shot open again, and instantly the figures were even closer, just a few steps away now. Back up, Youngie said quietly. They did point one step, point two steps. The figures matched them perfectly, like reflections but delayed. And alive. Then suddenly, a third voice, clear, cold, from somewhere behind the figures. You finally noticed. All of them froze, because that voice didn't belong to any of them, and yet it sounded familiar. Too familiar. The rain stopped, just like that. Mid-drop, like time itself had been cut. Water hung frozen in the air. The entire world paused. Except for them, and the figures, and that voice. Namjoon stepped forward, forcing himself to stay calm. Who are you? A pause, then a soft chuckle. You already know. Lightning flashed again, but this time, the figures weren't there. Gone, completely, like they had never existed. Jungkook looked around frantically. Where did they go? No answer, just silence, heavy, pressing, wrong. Then, a hand touched his shoulder, slowly, gently, from behind. He turned, and his breath stopped. Because now, they weren't in front of him anymore. They were standing among them. Perfect copies. Of all seven. Each member stared at themselves, same face, same clothes, same expression, but the eyes empty, watching, waiting. Taehyung whispered, barely audible, they're not copies. A pause. A breath. Then, they're replacements. And one of them blinked, out of sync. No one moved. Not even the rain dared to fall again. Point 7 stood facing 7. Same faces. Same bodies. Same silence. But something had shifted. Something irreversible. Don't react, Namjoon said under his breath. We don't know how they respond. Too late. Point 1 of the copies, Jimin's, tilted his head and smiled. Perfectly timed. Perfectly wrong. You're learning, it said. The voice was identical, but empty, like it had been practiced, not lived. Jimin staggered back. That's not me, of course it isn't, Youngie muttered. But it wants us to believe it is. Another copy stepped forward, this time, Taehyung's. Its gaze locked onto the real Taehyung. You saw us first, it said softly. That made you special. Taehyung didn't respond, but his hands were shaking. What do you want? Jeon asked, louder now, his voice cutting through the tension. The copies didn't answer immediately. Instead, they looked at each other, like they were deciding something. Then, all at once, they stepped forward, exactly one step. The real members instinctively stepped back. Again, they followed. Perfect synchronization, like a mirror that refused to stay behind. Jungkook clenched his fists. Stop copying us. His double smiled again. We're not copying you. A pause, then we're becoming you. The air turned cold. So cold it burned. Namjoon's mind raced. There's a pattern. They only move when we do. They only speak when we engage. Youngie nodded slightly. So we stopped playing. Everyone, Namjoon said quietly, freeze. And they did. No movement. No reaction. No sound. Seconds passed, then longer. The copies stood still too, watching, waiting. A minute. 2.3. The tension became unbearable. Jimin's breathing grew uneven. Taehyung's fingers twitched. Jungkook's eyes flickered. Just for a second. That was enough. His copy moved instantly, grabbing his wrist. Jungkook gasped. Let go. But it didn't. Its grip tightened. Cold. Unnatural. Too strong. The others broke formation. Jungkook. Jeon shouted, rushing forward. Big mistake. All the copies moved at once. Chaos exploded. Youngie tried to pull Jungkook back, but his own double blocked him. Namjoon shouted orders. But his voice overlapped with another Namjoon saying the exact same words. Jimin turned and saw himself running toward him, smiling. Which one are you? The copy whispered. Jimin froze, because for a second, he didn't know. Taehyung grabbed him. Don't listen. But his own copy was already behind him, close, too close. You hesitated, it whispered into his ear. That's how we enter. Suddenly, the lights flickered back on, blinding, harsh, real. And just like that, everything stopped. The copies were gone. No footsteps. No sound. No trace. Only the 7 of them remained, standing in the rain again, breathing heavily, shaking.